Hello, my name is XII, and welcome to the Final Fantasy XII The Zodiac Age Randomizer playthrough. This randomizer is made by Bartz24, was recently released by the end of October, and the version I'm playing on is 1.3.2, which was released less than an hour ago from the time of this recording. It's about 7 in the evening on November 11th. 2018. So he just released this update. I was actually going to record a playthrough of it using a previous version, but I saw this one, I'm like, let's try it out. So you're probably wondering, what is updated, or better yet, what exactly is randomized in this thing? So, there's quite a bit. First, let's, of course, pick our settings. Subtitles on, speed mode multiplier on 4, and start new game. Which I'm also going to mention, if you're going to use the randomizer, start a new game, do not load a save that's already been made, especially one with license board active, because you're gonna give some really interesting stuff to some of your characters, and it'll result in, say, your Balthier killing an enemy and then killing himself, dealing the same amount of damage. So the first thing to mention that gets randomized is character data. So that means it's going to randomize character stats, their equipment, items, gambits, and abilities. And it also affects Rex. Believe it or not, 276 HP and I think that was 32 MP? 52 MP is not his starting stats. You can get higher, you can get lower. I have actually hit like 900 HP before. But it also randomizes Magick, Technick, enemy ability data, including AoE range, status effects on enemy attacks, MP costs, Gil Costs, as well as the Gil Cost being based on the strength of the ability, the charge time, and what usable magics are available, which can in turn create new spells. Spells that maybe an enemy may have that you don't. So, to start, we have Dispel and Flotka, which I think would be one of the first set of spells that we would see that is not normal. As for items, we have Lightning Fang, Ether, Soleil Fang, Remedy, Elixir, a Gold Needle, which casts Shell to all allies in range, and a High Potion. Our weapons are the Mythos Sword, which has a water element, nothing else. And we have the Green Beret, which gives us 16 magic resist, and the Mirror Mail, which makes us immune to confuse and gives us a decent amount of defense. So we're likely to not take any damage. Let's see. Oh, that's one option. There we go. Well, someone has the ability to immobilize, so that's interesting. Uh-oh. Ooh, interesting. He's actually hurting us quite a bit. Well, hurting them mainly. But to also continue on with what is randomized, we have item, loot, and Gambit Gil Costs, equipment data, which includes armor and accessory effects, Gil Costs, equipment elements, as we saw, status effects, and weapon charge time. I'm just going to run past these guys. Augment values, as well as what augments can appear on the license board. With this version, 1.3.2, the creator, Bartz24 again, added an option to remove bad augments from appearing on the license board, which I kind of took advantage of. I didn't want to kind of show off some of the bad ones, just because some of them are just really bad, and I wouldn't get them. But I'll tell you what some of them are as we get to that. For licenses, it will randomize the LP cost, the Magick, Magick and Technicks, the weapons, armor, accessories, pretty much everything. Also, ooh, I have AoE. I have AoE hits, I see. That's why it was hitting allies. Thought something was odd. But I'm probably going to lose that after we switch to Vaughn, who is also going to have his own set of random equipment. We do also have equipment and Magick, Technick randomization options, which will randomize Magick Technicks that are grouped together into like specific types. So time magic, for example, could be mixed in with white magic or Technicks. Also, ooh, hold on, I got a spear. Oh no, nope, that's a Rod of Fate. On hit, casts float and has light element. We have the Callet hat, which makes me immune to sap, and the Agate ring, or Agate ring, I don't know how it is. So they raise max HP. And, oh, we only have 72 HP. But we have 41 vitality. Oh boy, this is going to be interesting. Okay, we did like 460 damage. That hurt. But we have Cura, but we can't cast it. Alright, I'm going to attack this guy. Alright. Oh, I don't even remember hitting 3. I think maybe I killed 2, so I probably have some AoE attacking effect active on Vaughn as well. So yeah, we can randomize like what abilities for types and equipment types as well. So ninja swords could be mixed in with knight swords, daggers, or even rods. And we can also randomize the number that each license will have. So instead of having like a default number, it can have more or less in some cases. Shops, all the shops have random items, and the bazaar is also randomized. There's the Osafune, the Blazer gloves, which when equipped will cast X zone on us, which means we're going to be removed. So we don't want to use that. Increased magic power when HP is full. Well, that's not really going to be helpful. Grimoire Tagal, and Bougerber Madu. We don't really care about that Bougerber stuff. But bazaar recipes are also randomized, as well as what they give. Let's check out some of the other shops as well. Special data for shops like no dark energy, no wyrmhero blade, and no meme bow or a seitengrat. Equip will inflict disable. So this shell shield is pretty much useless. Sage's ring improves chance to strike with magics. That's okay. Water bombs on hit regen. Whoa, this is really a very tricky seed. Drain. Transfer HP from one foe to the caster. Disable. And Quake. Chuggable Feather and Scream Loot for some loot stuff. And yes, you can buy loot stuff. But yeah, we're not going to be able to find Dark Energy, Wyrmhero Blades, or Seitengrats, or as I prefer to call it, the Meme Bow, in the shops. So we may be able to find it through treasures or anything else, but not through shops. The Magaroku on hit sleep. Ooh, pretty good. Regular Rod does nothing useful. Battle Bamboo, nothing special. Demon's Bane, Ice Element, and on hit Doom. Gaia Gear, equipped Slow and Disease, reverses effects of restorative items such as potions. So it's pretty much a Nihapaloa, but with Slow and Disease, which we don't really want, so useless. Demon Mail, Mage's Habit, equipped Sleep, Slow, Invisible. Ooh. And Bergonet, immune to X Zone. Antidote, grant shell on one ally. And Blindga. Huh, interesting how Blindga costs more, but costs less for MP. Costs more gil, but yeah. Oh boy. You know, if we have Cure Mode, Chronos Tier, and just the regular stuff that we have. Interestingly enough, that Rod of Fate is actually hurting. Though that Vitality stat of mine is oof. Alright, that's all the shops that we can check out. So let's go to the Sandsea and start the Rogue Tomato hunt. Oh, but this is actually some more. Speaking of hunts, the rewards for hunts and story and side events are also randomized. So the Archaea armlet that we would normally get here is not going to be that armlet. Also, treasures are randomized. So the spawn chance, the gil, the items, they're all randomized. And at the same time, we can get some new stuff. And I got some gil there, and got an item, and I mashed too fast that I actually didn't get a chance to look at it. Normally, I actually just try to see what the hell I get. I actually did have a seed when I was like just testing this multiple times. You know, different versions and all that, where I actually got like 119,000 gil. I wish I was joking on that one. And the last set of randomization options is on the license board. Ooh, we got a lot of Gil. And we got Imperial Soul. Alright, so let's go see the Clan Centurio get added in, and we'll get access to one more shop, and then we'll head directly to the Ester Sand and call it a video. So this video is like really just going to be the tutorial stuff. Like, you know, the Rex portion and the pre-entering Ester Sand stuff. Next video is just going to be on the license board, showing off all the license board stuff that we're going to have, talking about what is randomized there, and also showing it, and then deciding on potential job combinations, and just looking over what could be good. In terms of what's randomized on the license board, you can make it so it requires all accessory licenses, all 10 Gambit licenses, and Esper licenses, or you can make it so that it doesn't require them, which can create an interesting experience. What do you have to sell? Embroidered Tippet. Doubles experience earned, but it can only be used by a red mage and an archer. So I'm going to hold off on buying that because I can't really use it. Unless I pick one of those classes. And if I do pick one of those classes, I need the license. But we'll get there when we get there. And back to the license board randomization. So the Espers, Gambits, and Accessory licenses can be determined on whether you want them or not. It can randomize the layout of the board, what licenses are used on the board, and generate a board that is going to go from low LP around Essentials to high LP. But that's going to be all for this video. I'll see you in the next one, where we're going to just go over the license board and pretty much see what it has to offer. So I'll see you then.